my colleague Varsha spoke with the CFO, CS Muralidharan, about the quarter gone by. Listen in.
Q3 FY25 was well supported by the strong performance across key markets, including global specialty business, India and emerging markets. As far the quarter is concerned, the sale of Revlimid in the US for Q3 was small compared to Q2 FY25. However, we shared earlier that the generic Revlimid sales tend to be quite episodic and do fluctuate between quarter to quarter.
Okay, and also just wanted to know, so how many products did company launch when it comes to US market?
We launched 4 products.
Okay, so 4 generic products.
Yes.
Okay, now just we'll speak about the segment wise. So on the India business, which grew 14%, and this is all from the branded business, or some of it was from OTC or generic expansion also. Just wanted to get some color on it.
The India business substantially for us is mainly branded generics only. All our therapies are doing well, and as we have said, we aim to grow in line or slightly faster in the market. And more importantly, the growth is 50 to 50% is led by volumes and new products.
Okay, and I actually had this question because we are seeing that Sun Pharma has outperformed its domestic growth against IPM, and this was driven by new launches and also less price-led growth than the IPM. But is it fair to believe that the outperformance that you have shown will likely to continue for next few quarters, since you have got new launches as well?
See, what I can only share is that all our core therapeutic segments are doing well and is a broad-based growth. Difficult to comment about the future growth at the same level as you have seen in the past. But if you look at our past performance, we have been able to grow and gain market share in the past few years.
And on the specialty growth, which has been quite strong because of your Illumia, then Sequa, but apart from that, were there any seasonal products in Q3? And if yes, how are the trends? I mean, what are the trends that are panning out, and will Q4 will see less of specialty sales because of the seasonality, if any?
See, all our specialty products in the portfolio perform well in the quarter, including some element of seasonality in case of our product Revlimid. Overall, the outlook for specialty remains positive, and we expect our existing products to continue to grow. We do not at this point of time give any guidance for a particular segment of specialty business, which is part of our overall group guidance.
Oh, and what's that guidance, sir? If you can repeat for us.
We have given the overall group revenue guidance of high single-digit growth.
Okay, high single-digit growth for FY25.
For the group revenue guidance.
Okay, and so also about this milestone income in specialty. So last year in third quarter as well, company had this milestone income. So is it something which we can expect every year going forward?
See, these milestones are linked to the contractual obligations on achieving certain milestones by a partner. So it can't be attributed to a specific quarter in a given calendar year or financial year.
All right. On the Lexelvi, so any updates on the litigation, what's happening there, and what is the expected launch timeline that you have?
So we already shared that a preliminary injunction has been granted restraining us from launching Lexelvi. We have filed an appeal, and we expect the oral hearings to commence from the month of April 25. And post that, we shall await for the outcome, and that will decide the overall launch timelines.
Got it. Also, sir, you mentioned that there has been delay in the clinical trials, because of which you have lowered your FY25 R&D guidance as well. What are the key reasons for the delay, if you can specify?
So we only said that the clinical trials ramp up sometimes tends to be volatile, and that has an impact on the overall R&D spend as such. But if you look at our PR released after the quarterly earnings press release, our milestones remain same as far as the pipeline is concerned.
Also, so are you expecting any of the facility to undergo inspection or have you made any kind of material changes to that?
So in respect of Halol, we have shared that we have completed readiness and informed the agency that we are ready for inspection, and we await for the outcome from the agency for them to come and inspect the sites at Halol.
Got it. Also, just wanted to, so last three questions actually. One is this margins. So a company has seen almost 31% of EBITDA margins. Is this sustainable going forward?
So we don't give any guidance for EBITDA margins, but what I can only say is that the key business like global specialty business and key geographies like India, emerging markets, apart from the continued focus on cost efficiency, helped us to maintain or improve the margins for us. At this point of time, we continue to focus on these segments, which is critical for us, and we do not give any guidance for the future in terms of EBITDA.
Got it. Also, biosimilars now, in the US, the trend of biosimilars is increasing. So, would you be interested now in looking or going into biosimilars?
So we have made some very small commitments in this one, but currently we are assessing the situation, considering that we are focused on our growth of specialty business.
Okay. Last question from my side. So this announcement of tariff by Trump, which is additional 10% on China, how does Sun Pharma, will be benefited from this?
So it's very difficult to formulate any strategy beforehand. We are awaiting to see the overall fine print announcements made by the US government and shall act accordingly once we have more clarity.